When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. Throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition. America's jobs and growth are at stake.
That's a beautiful ad. That's a beautiful ad. Well done. And can you believe that ad cost $75 million? The province of Ontario, initiated by Premier Doug Ford, brought out this ad to be shown to Americans until the end of January 2026. Well, that has backfired because the Ronald Reagan Foundation obviously made Trump aware of this ad. He got furious because it's a Republican talking about anti-tariffs using a snippet of a longer speech that was take place in 1987. And as a result, you know how Trump is. Trump is although he makes, some rational decisions, but he's an old man based on emotion. And this one got to him. And since then, he is now terminated. He said any trade talks with Canada is terminated. Bravo, Doug Ford. Bravo, Mark Carney. And bravo to everybody who thinks that the way we're going to get things done in Canada is to fight Donald Trump. Here's the thing. I know Trump, when his mind is made up on something, it is made up on something. But how many of you know, when it comes to trying to get what you want, and you're a small country battling a much more powerful country, and that powerful country now has a leader that is very hell-bent on certain decisions that he wants to do, but your goal is to try to fight back. When we, Canada, has been so dependent on the US for so many things, and easy to say, we've always had a good free trade agreement, but now it's shifted. But our goal all of a sudden now is to fight back, is to try to call Trump every name in the book, as if that is going to persuade him to think otherwise. I mean, this has escalated since last week when Stellantis said they are moving their product from Brampton, Ontario to Belvedere, Illinois. And our goal, yes, is to get those products back, is to let Stellantis know that they promised Brampton this product and that they should keep their word. But in my opinion, battling the president of the United States about it is just not the right approach. How's it working out now? How is all of this working? Here's the thing, man. And you know the phrase, the old phrase. It says, feed a man a fish, she'll eat for a day. Teach a man a fish, she'll eat forever, right? We say these things, but we can't even relate it to our own country, right? So we've been building cars so long for Ford, GM, Chrysler, who's now Stellantis, Honda, Toyota. We build all these cars for years and years. At one point, did anybody think, hey, how about we make our own cars? How about we have our own product, our own Canadian-owned, Canadian-made vehicle that we build in Canada, that we can sell across the world? At one point, why didn't this happen? And to think, if that would have taken place and we would have our own cars, we would not be in the situation right now. And now we're just fighting. Now we're fighting to keep these jobs that Brampton, that Ontario, that Canada so needs. because our economy's going down the toilet. And this whole talk about, oh, we're going to switch to EV cars. Has Canada ever said, hey, how about we make our own EV cars? I was cautiously optimistic that, maybe Stellantis will stay around. But at this point now, if you're going to battle a giant like Trump, come up with a plan, like a real plan. Because if you throw legal action against Stellantis to say they have to stay here, what's Trump to say, look, I'll give Stellantis another $2 billion to remain, to have everything in the US. What's Stellantis going to do at that point? What would you do at that point? Would you stick to a promise, or would you go somewhere that has more money? We know how integrity works. We know how money works. I don't know. What are y'all thoughts, man? Oh, by the way, the ad is now scratched. Doug Ford is now removing the ad. This is his second time he's tried to battle the US, and Trump fires back and he changes his mind. Yes, this is the type of leader that Ontario has. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts. Where are we going with this? I mean, last week it looked we had a little optimism. This week, it's pretty much zero for me. I don't know. And I'm a pretty optimistic guy. I don't know, like, share, and subscribe to Born with Purpose. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I feel like this is all over the place. But anyway, I'm out. Peace.